Welcome to In the Sulky on a Saturday night. I'm Justin Horwitz with my special guest tonight. It's Brett Risi. Now, when you think of a guy that's betting and handicapping harness races, think about for a second the image in your mind. It's probably not this. Brett's 23 years old and as sharp of a handicapper as you'll find. He's here tonight playing in the World Harness Handicapping Championship qualifier. Brett, welcome back to the Meadowlands, and I know you're here to play in the contest, but tell us about your history playing in the contest. This isn't the first time you've done it.
Well, first off, thanks. It's great to be back, Justin. I've played in a lot of contests over the years. I started, getting into the harness racing business when I was like around 8 years old, watching horses and going to the track. And I've played some against some of the best in the world. And tonight is one of those nights where you face some of the best in the world.
Absolutely. Now, you're based up near Vernon Downs in central New York, so I know you said you've been in the game in some ways since you were 8 years old, but how'd you get started handicapping? And most guys your age, there's a lot of things they want to be doing with their time, and looking inside a harness racing program is probably not one of them. So how come that's what you want to do with all your time?
Well, I started going to the track with my father when I was about 8 years old, and we used to go every weekend, Friday, Saturday. Me and my brother used to tag along with them up to Vernon, and when I got to be around 15, 16, I became really interested in the racing and the equipment and, meeting the drivers and owners and trainers, and that's where I really started to step it up a notch.
So when you're a handicapper now, I know you play very regularly, so how often are you playing? How much time do you spend handicapping? You have a real job, just to let everyone know. You have a day job, a full-time real job, which is fantastic as a 23-year-old, but how much time are you devoting to harness racing and handicapping and betting the races?
Well, I'm a firm believer that you've got to do something if you're going to do it 100%, or else you're not going to get 100% out of it. So when I do this, I watch pretty much every day, a lot of qualifiers. I look over a lot of programs, but I put in a good 25 to 30 hours a week just behind the scenes before I'm even doing my picks.
Now, when you're handicapping races, do you have certain things you're looking for? Do you have certain angles that are kind of go-to angles for you?
Yeah, I look for a lot of equipment changes, a lot of trot races. You got trotters and pacers. Trot races, I love driver changes a lot of the times. And then, overall, trainer changes are big too.
Now, as you get more and more involved in handicapping and picking, you've started a website to give out some of your picks. Tell us about that.
Yeah, me and my good friend Justin Walcott from Waverly, New York, which is about 10 minutes outside of Tioga Downs, me and him, became good friends about 2 years ago, and he said to me, after about 6 months ago, he goes, Brett, he says, we both love the game, we live, eat, and breathe the sport. He goes, let's make a website, and I was like, all right, let's do it.
Well, that's pretty cool. Now, I know Justin as well. I actually used to cover his wrestling matches when I was a local sportscaster in Binghamton, New York, so we actually go way back. But it's amazing that two 20-somethings are so into the game, especially the handicapping side, because I think we are sorely lacking that in this industry. So what would you say to young people out there about why handicapping harness racing is something they should spend some time trying?
When me and Justin met, it was like an oh my God moment, because he's 27, I'm 23. We both love harness racing, and he just we clicked and play a lot of tickets together as far as betting goes. But this sport right now needs youth in the sport. We need more young people to bet, and my brother's involved, my whole family, anyone young. If I had to say one thing to the younger generation, get away from the casino, because when you get good at this, it's a lot better.
Absolutely. We need a lot more people like that. So you're in the contest tonight, and this is not a 4-hour drive or so to come down here to play in the contest tonight. So that lets you know how serious you are. It's a $400 buy-in, so that's some pretty serious stuff. I want to get some picks from you, because I think you're pretty sharp. I could learn a few things. So let's start with some of your thoughts on the card tonight. I think race 4 is the first race that you have a nice, strong opinion on.
Yeah, race 4, number 3 always in the money. I think if you take his last start at Yonkers, he left out of the 8-hole. It looks like he made the top, but if anyone that's an avid harness player knows Yonkers, the first turn is very sharp, and to make the lead from the 8-hole is one big move. If you go down to the next line, it comes from Meadowlands in a better class. He had the 1-hole. He was locked inside, but he did come home in 26-4. If he does that tonight and gets to the front, he's got a big shot.
I love that. I like that horse a lot, too, and you said it a lot better than I will later on. Race 6, you're going to the big star, ROCKEYED OPTIMIST. He looked a little flat in his first start of the year, but you're ready to fire away on him tonight. Why?
Well, this horse raced against Always Be Meeky and Wiggle It Jiggle It, two of the best horses known to man. He's dropping in tonight lower than he's ever dropped in. And last year, look at his resume. He made $269,000, 20 starts, 11 wins, 3 seconds. That's 14 out of 20, no worse than second. He's got to be there tonight.
And he won the roll with Joe at Tioga, so we like that. We're a big fan of that horse. Race 7 is a nice, good claiming race, the start of the late pick 4. I think this is one of the more interesting races on the card. What are you doing in this spot?
Well, I like Jackson Brady a lot in the aspect that he never quits. You know, Bruce Clark's from Tioga Downs. This horse, last week, he knows how to leave the gate. He went park 26-4, 55-2, and still got beat a half a length. On a mile track, 26 to the first quarter is fast.
Absolutely. Race 9 is another one that you have a pretty good opinion on. Next Success you're going to give a shot to.
Yeah, I mean, 2 back, the horse made a brush past the half. He made the lead. He got beat, a length and a quarter. And then it looks like last week Brett Miller drove him, and he got a little bit caught up at the 3/4 pole. He made a break, didn't really have a chance. I think he fits again tonight.
All right, so that's a couple of your thoughts. I know you can't give all your best thoughts because it's a contest. You wouldn't win the contest if everybody else is killing your price on those horses. But we're really happy to have you here at the Meadowlands. Tell us about the website again and where people can find you and how they can stay in touch with you and maybe get some more info on your thoughts.
Yeah, me and my buddy Justin Walcott, like I said, from Waverly, we're both young, so we named the website Young Guns Racing. It's at wixsite.com, and we also have a Facebook page. It's Young Guns Racing Tips, and if you want to check that out, all our picks are on there, all our plays. We give out, 3-4 plays at Meadowlands and Woodbine each night when they're racing.
And I heard a little rumor, I don't know if it's officially official yet, but I heard a little rumor that perhaps we're going to be seeing a lot more of you this summer at a couple tracks in upstate New York.
I heard that rumor, too.
I like that. So we'll maybe have some more info on that later. But it's Brett Risi, one of the sharpest young minds in the game. Really happy to have you here. Thanks for stopping by, and good luck in the contest tonight.
Yep. I just want to give a shout-out to my girlfriend, JC, and her son, Lucas. I know they're at home watching. And then I just want to thank my brother and my family for being behind me, because without them, I couldn't be here and couldn't be doing this.
Well, you're doing a great job, and we're looking forward to seeing you a lot more here this season. Brett Risi, my In the Sulky guest. Coming up, a big blast from the past. Les Stark's going to join me, and we'll set you up for tonight's action.